Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Unexpected stream this morning. I had it in my calendar. I just forgot to look ahead in my calendar to get this stream ready. So I rushed back from dropping my kids off, rushed back from Target to talk about this Volvo new era for safety. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know exactly if we're going to see any reveals today, but we might as well do a live stream, hang out with you guys, see what you're looking for new Volvos. You know, I talk mainly about Japanese and Korean cars, but Volvos, got to talk about them. Got to talk about them as well. I find them very interesting. Mark Cooper, thanks for coming out. Giaco, Richie, Kevin, good morning to you guys. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Hope everyone's having a wonderful morning so far. Mr. L, the gamer, is in the house. Thanks for coming out.
When I think about Volvo, I think about safety. And when I joined Volvo Cars earlier this year, it became clearer to me than ever that for us, safety is not a marketing exercise or another regulation for us to clear. Safety is at the very core of our purpose. Now, I've been here as chief executive for just over 100 days, but Volvo has been here for almost 100 years, a leader in safety, setting new standards and inventing new technologies. And we're taking that leadership and expertise to the next 100 years. For the protection of your life, your future lives, and for the life that you want to lead. With state-of-the-art sensors and software, our next car will be able to see the world in point cloud, as you can see around me. These sensors are powered by Volvo Cars' unique combination of advanced core computing and software to enable improvement in safety in the digital age, like the three-point seatbelt did in the late 1950s. The safety standard in our next car will be beyond any Volvo car before. And we'll continue to innovate until cars don't crash anymore, until there are zero collisions, and until we are 100% carbon-free, so that even more lives are protected. This is what led us to our safety vision of 2007, that no one should be killed or seriously injured in a new Volvo car. We are yet to achieve that vision, but that doesn't deter us, because when you're driven by a purpose as important as ours, that's what keeps you focused. That's what drives you forward. And we have realized through decades of extensive research that the gap in reaching that ambition is not only through technological advancements, but also connected to human behavior. Intoxication, speeding, crashes that happen when you least expect them. Every one of us is likely to experience or be affected by at least one car crash in our lifetime.
I think the new
Even so, we're
XC90
typically
is in the
good drivers
background.
most of the time.
This little
But our mission
dotted
is to help
silhouette of a
protect
vehicle.
you
I think that's
from
the new
all the risks.
XC90.
No matter how much experience you have or how much competence you have, at the end of the day, we are all still human. Life happens, emotions happen, because as humans, we all feel joy, sadness, and frustration. And those emotions travel with us. They can affect how we drive, for better or for worse, and they can impact our safety. We want to help people become better drivers by being there when they're not at their very best. In just a few weeks, we will show you the new Volvo EX90, our first Volvo car in a new era. Born electric, born with LiDAR. The start of a new era of electrification, technology, and safety. All Volvo EX90s will come with an invisible shield of safety, a unique combination of the latest technology powered by the understanding of the car's outside environment and the state of the driver inside. Let's look at it from the perspective of this family. An ordinary day. Maybe there's been a struggle with the kids at breakfast, or maybe it's just one of those days where everyone is on a different wavelength. But like any other day, you continue. You go to work, to school, to the gym, hopefully on track after a good night's sleep. But sometimes we wake up not as refreshed as we'd like, or life distracts us. Stress is a fact of life, and the unexpected is a fact of life too. Out of the billions of seconds that we drive in a lifetime, our reaction to an accident comes down to just a few. At that point, experience might not be enough. And that's when our next generation safety will be there to help keep you and your loved ones safe. The safety standard in the EX90 is beyond any Volvo car before it, with state-of-the-art technology made up of cameras, radars, ultrasonic sensors, and key, a LiDAR on the roofline, a precision light-enabled radar system that measures distance with pulse laser. All of this is powered by Volvo Cars' unique combination of core computing and in-house software. And it's not just any LiDAR, because they're not all the same. Our LiDAR senses the road in front of you in daylight or complete darkness at highway speeds. Something as small and unreflective as a black tire on a black road at 120 meters ahead, or a pedestrian at 250 meters. At highway speeds of 120 kilometers an hour, 250 meters is 7.5 seconds. This gives us more time to act and avoid collisions. Together, we see with our research that down the line, our cars will hit the roads, we will learn from data, and our software, powered by LiDAR perception, can reduce accidents, resulting in serious injury or death by up to 20%, and overall crash avoidance by up to 9%, which over time could lead to millions of accidents avoided. That would be a leap in safety that we haven't seen for a very long time. On top of understanding the outside, we're also understanding what's happening inside. The understanding of the state of the driver means that the shield of safety can be even more effective. New sensor technology, controlled by unique Volvo-designed algorithms, allow us to recognize when you're distracted, tired, or otherwise need a break, beyond what has been possible before. And then the car will alert you. And in a worst-case scenario, should you fall ill or fall asleep, for example, the car is designed to stop safely and call for help. The combination of inside and outside makes all the difference. In addition to next generation air filtration, we're also introducing a new interior radar sensing system because we know that sometimes on hot and cold days, distraction can lead to tragedy. We can detect the smallest of movements, such as soft breathing, and send you a gentle reminder when you need it most to take care of your loved ones. The world around us is changing rapidly. It reminds us of the importance of feeling safe. And to feel safe, you need to be safe. That's why we always strive to be a pioneer, to protect lives by setting new standards for ourselves and for the industry, and to protect life of the future generations by limiting our impact on the environment. Being safe, feeling safe, and peace of mind, that's our mission. The freedom to move in a personal, sustainable, and safe way. This is the start of something new for Volvo Cars. It's an important next step in the journey to explore the future of safety for the protection of your life, for future lives, and for the life you want to lead. We will be sharing more about the new, unique capabilities we have poured into the new Volvo EX90 in the weeks to come. So stay tuned, and we'll see you then.
What about now? Do we have sound? Guys, I got a new sound mixer and I'm trying to figure out how this thing works. It's literally like a space capsule for me. You can hear me now? Good gracious, I apologize. And what I'm trying, I've said it like 4 times already because I'm trying to figure out. So I have every single Volvo website loading. None of them are loading, so that they must be updating it. Oh, do I got something here? It's my first white screen I've had. Every single Volvo going forward should have LiDAR standard, is what I'm assuming from this video. We will also have an EX90, maybe not an XC90. XC90 could be dead. And does it mean it's fully electric? I think so. Electric crossover 90, EX90, that's kind of what it sounds like to me. So hopefully you guys can hear me now. Got a new mixer. I'm like fish out of water, but I promise you over time, it'll be a smoother and smoother process. I'm learning what all these buttons, guys, here, I'll try to show you again. I'm learning what all these buttons do on this mixer here. This thing is absolutely insane. Wrong way. You can kind of get an idea. So tighten it back up a little bit. Get myself in focus. There we go. So we didn't learn really anything other than their safety is going to be on another level standard. And that is also going to increase. Common sense says your headphones are your program out. I don't know what you're saying, the Wade. But I think that's going to increase the price of Volvos. The XC90 Recharge that I just drove was like $84,000. And if it's standard electric at that point, does it go 90 plus? It'll be interesting. Test beforehand next time. I didn't have time. I was running around with taking my kids to school. I was running around doing errands with my family after that. So thank you for your patience. Mark Cooper's, other than LiDAR, is there anything else groundbreaking from Volvo systems? Are they going to put proper computer chips in to handle it? Or is LiDAR really a bigger benefit than it seems? They will for sure have next level computer chips in it. Maybe from NVIDIA. NVIDIA just had a big showcase yesterday with their new technology. I think General Motors is going to be working with them quite heavily. So I'm going to pull up the Volvo Concept Recharge here, because a Concept Recharge, this vehicle is going to, I'm not going to say be 100% production, but I think we can learn from some things from this vehicle that is going to be coming out. Maybe not from this initial video with these changing headlights. I don't think that's going to happen. I could be wrong, but you can see that LiDAR sensor up top. And next video is just showing the back end. We have the new like C-pillar or D-pillar taillights here. One cool thing in terms of safety in this vehicle, if I can fast forward, maybe pause right here, pause. These seats are supposed to be adjustable up and down, which will help with safety for booster seats. Essentially, you don't need to put an additional booster seat in for kids. Of course, for children, small babies and stuff, you need a real car seat, rear-facing car seat as well. So, guys, thank you for coming out for the stream. I don't think we learned anything. I'm still waiting for these Volvo pages to load to see if there's additional information there, maybe additional pictures. But all we got was kind of a dotted silhouette of the EX90. We have official naming of that vehicle now. And it looks to be the replacement of the XC90, which is going to be tough for a lot of people to go full electric, especially in America, for the Volvo 3-row crossover lineup. Eric says, these new cars or trucks are just way too much technology, which will increase the price and will have a lot more problems to fix. Yeah, it's the future is far from simple. I understand that cars need to get more safe, but you know, at the price of doubling or tripling, is it worth it to the consumer? And in fact, the consumer really doesn't have any choice anymore when it comes to technology in their cars. They're pretty much all the cheap cars have been priced into the 20,000s. They used to be in the 10s. I think there's maybe like the Mitsubishi Mirage and maybe like a Chevy Spark or something that are still under $20,000. But for the most part, everything's been loaded with technology, safety technology into the 20s and 30s. And it's not necessarily what the customer is asking for, I don't think. I think the customer, well, in today's age, when things are getting more and more expensive, inflation is taking off, people just need basic transportation at an affordable price. Like new cars are getting more and more unobtainable for the masses than ever before, in my opinion, which is pretty crazy. Because you would think as time goes on, transportation would be easier to get your hands on. But it looks like the used car market might be the only way for a lot of people to get their hands on a car. Like for me, I need a 3-row vehicle, minivan. it starts at like 35K for a minivan nowadays. It's not cheap. So I'll keep reading a little bit. I'm still looking, guys. The Volvo has not been able to load their media pages. Still get like spinning little loading signs on my browser. Oh, we kind of have something pulled up here, but it's not. Okay, here we go. The upcoming EX90 helps you keep safe through understanding. I can just kind of read the headlines here. Not even the images are loading or anything like that. Coden Coleman. Dear Kirk, I really appreciate your work sticking to the Japanese and let's say American, European, Korean cars is more than enough. Please stay out of Chinese cars. I really don't have any plans to cover American, European, or Chinese cars too much. From time to time, just because the market is so intertwined, I think it's important if it's big news. But for the most part, it's going to be Japanese, Korean, and sprinklings of Volvo and maybe Polestar. The real cigar jefe. The overmining of precious metals will no doubt affect chip production in a decade or so. Yeah, I mean, chip production's already in the tank compared to where it needs to be. So a decade from now, it's either going to get better or worse. There's a lot more plants opening up in North America, which should help improve the availability of microchips. Sains Srikar. The Indian car market is actually good. The starting prices of cars are almost the same since the last decade. Yeah, the Indian car market, Chinese car market, there's so much more affordable options out there. And it makes sense because the average income for the citizens in those countries are a lot lower than here in America. But man, we just have no affordable entry-level options other than like the Mirage. And it's a decent, entry level car, but no one's even like pushing them because the margins aren't there, apparently. So yep, nothing is loading on the Volvo and still. So if there's something that loads, I will make a video on it, kind of updating you guys other than just this live stream, but I really can't get anything to load from their websites, unfortunately, at this point in time. I am working on a video. I just recorded a video last night. Where does Toyota go from here? A lot of you have been asking for that. Since I kind of I've taken a pause on that series. There's like 6 entries into that series from Honda to Acura to Kia. I think I did Infiniti and Lexus as well. So Toyota's turn is now, it's up to bat essentially. So I just need to edit that video. That should be out sometime today. And I'll have that for you guys to feast your time into. Coden says, otherwise we shall be cut from our freedoms, in this case, the freedom to travel free. Yeah, no, there's a lot of worry out there on, it's kind of a meme right now. It's like, you will own nothing and be happy. And gosh, we joke about it, but is it that far from reality? Who knows? If you live in a first world country, you have it good. All your basic amenities are met without, a whole lot of struggle for the average person anyways. There are exceptions, of course, but if you make it into a first world country, we don't want for a whole lot. I'll just say that. And so, yeah, entry level cars though, I think a lot of consumers would be interested in, but heck, a Corolla nowadays is probably going to start. What does a Corolla start at? Corolla MSRP starts at 21.55, and then a Corolla hybrid, which isn't that much more expensive, 23. That would be the way to go in my opinion, because you're going to get like 60 miles to the gallon. And I will be driving the new Corolla hybrid, the refreshed hybrid with the new next gen technology, new generation battery as well, in next month. So like 3 weeks, I'll be heading to Nashville to drive those vehicles. Car Wash Freak 97, thanks for the $2. Will 2023 Corolla SE XSE still keep a blue crush? I think so. Let me look at. I think I know what blue crush is. Kind of like Corolla. It's kind of like that powdery. No, okay, it's this dark blue. I know 100% it's coming because I did a walk around on this particular color at headquarters this past summer. So this color will be coming on the Corolla. I don't know if it's specific for the hatchback though. So I doubt it. It's probably on the sedan as well. So that will be coming. Thanks for the 2 bones. I appreciate it, Mark. Only a handful that are below 20K, and that's before destination or tax or registration. You got it. Eric Tate, the future of cars and trucks looking like it's going to be very boring. Well, electrification is kind of boring. It's fast. It's just so pure and perfect and clean. I'm not necessarily saying like environmentally clean, because that's debatable, but it's so pure in the power delivery that even like 150 horsepower electric car feels so good. But it's like a drug, you know? Do I always want that? Do I always want to feel that good? Do I always want to be on that high? It's going to get boring eventually, right? You got no vibrations, which is good. You got no extra sound coming in from the engine, which is it's good. But it's just it's almost so good that it's boring. And I think a lot of us can agree with that. No connection with the car. It's just so good. So good that it's boring. You know, my dad had a saying growing up. We would watch like cheesy Godzilla movies and stuff. He'd say it's so bad that it's good. With electric cars, it's so good that it's almost bad. It's so boring. Instant torque, instant power. You know, you got to find something to complain about, right? But I think I'm going to end the stream. I really don't have much to talk about. I will be driving Honda CR-V Hybrid the same week as the new Crown Hybrid, or the new Crown in general, as well as the Corolla Hybrid, the Corolla Cross Hybrid, the Highlander Turbo. So I got a lot of stuff coming for you guys. And like I said, I am working on what comes next for Toyota. Should be a lot of fun. I recorded it last night, so I got a lot of editing to do on that for you guys. But hopefully I can get it pumped out to you guys before the day is over. That would be great. Arslan, thanks for coming out. He says I should be working. Well, get back to work, because I'm about ready to done streaming so I can get back to editing, so I can get something more tangible for you guys to sink your teeth into. Because today with Volvo's announcement, all that we got is that they're going to be using LiDAR on their next vehicle, which is called the EX90. And this should be the successor to the XC90 in theory, coming out probably by the end of this year. So, all right, guys, ending it there. Thank you for coming out, and I'll see you in the next video.